I am practicing in the name of Ayurshi Ayurveda, and so I have done a post graduation in Panchakarma in Cheruturthi Central Government Research Institution, and I have selected diabetes as my major work. Because that is the most incidental disease. So I would like to share a few words about diabetes, because I have been reversing diabetes. So generally, we all know that diabetes is a difficult disease and it is not a reversible condition. But the understanding which I have about diabetes, definitely you can all use it for reversing diabetes for your patients. Definitely, you cannot write this in your examination because it will not be accepted by the CCIM or Ayush. But this is the understanding of diabetes I got from by doing a lot of work in diabetes and Prameha Adhyaya. First of all, how I can boldly tell that diabetes is a curable condition is because more than 80% of today's diabetics are not Premehis as such. So if you look into Prameha Adhyaya, the Nidana Sthana or the Chikitsa Sthana, if you look into the concept of Prameha, Vataja, Pittaja, Kafaja will be there. I don't want to go into technical details because that is available in the textbook. Let me talk about my takeaway about the concept of Prameha. If you look at the Purva Rupa of Prameha, okay, if you look at the Purva Rupa of Prameha, it is said that foul smell from the body, feeling like lying down constantly, sitting, sleeping, feeling of lethargy, obesity, liking towards cold things, dryness of the mouth and sore throat. Yeah. So before coming back to the symptoms, we must understand that diabetes and premeham are written or understood in different times of evolution. Ayurveda, as we all know, is an old science where technology was not involved or invented. Whereas diabetes is the disease called diabetes is invented after the technology is invented. So when the humanity or the doctors were able to check the glucose in the blood, diabetes was invented. But premeham was invented at the times when no such technology was there, and only with the symptoms and with the color of the urine or consistency of the urine, premeham was elaborately explained in Charaka Samhita or any Samhita for that matter. So if you see the Purva Rupa of Premeha, all the conditions are chronic diabetic conditions. If you see, symptoms like burning sensation in hands and feet is coming in the Purva Rupa of Premeha, which is the symptom of chronic diabetic. Okay, foul smell or sweet smell in the mouth is coming in ketoacidosis condition, diabetic ketoacidosis condition. So their premeha, our acharya's purva rupa of premeha is equal to diabetic ketoacidosis of today's diabetes. That is most chronic stage of diabetes is our purva rupa. So our purva rupa, that is, if our purva rupa is curable, definitely our diabetes is curable, because diabetes is not premeha itself. Only chronic diabetic is a premehi. So what I have understood is, if you take Charaka Samhita Sutrasthana, Ashtav Nindite Adhyaya, if you look at the Sthaulya Chikitsa, Sthaulya, one of the Ashtav Ninditas is Sthaulya, obesity. If you look at the Nidanas and symptoms, both are exactly the same like Premehi, like Premeha. So this is located somewhere completely in a different chapter, but if you link both, you will have a complete understanding of diabetes. If you see if you look at the symptoms of Sthaulya in Ashtav Ninditiya, symptoms like, yeah, symptoms like tiredness, weakness, excessive sweating is there, and they also have excess appetite and excess thirst. So these are the symptoms of atisthaulia. So if you look at a diabetic today whose blood is tested and diagnosed as a diabetic, is generally obese. So if you look at how diabetes is occurring, when I say diabetes, I'm talking about English diabetes. When I say prameha, I'm talking about what our acharyas are telling. So as I talk, you must understand that way. So if you look at diabetes, because of high sugar circulating in the blood, the insulin is increasing. And there are two functions of insulin. One function is to take the sugar and send it into the cell of our organs and muscles and other tissues. The second function of insulin is to take the sugar and convert it into fat. So what happens in insulin resistance is it completely converts all the sugar into fat and makes the person obese. So if you you have this obesity in one place, and understand the in under Ashtavaniditya Sthaulya Adhyaya, if you take, all the symptoms of diabetes is matching. Forget about the blood sugar levels. Symptoms of diabetes are matching: excessive thirst, excessive urination. Excessive urination is not there in Ashtavaniditya, but other than excessive urination, everything is there. And if you look at practically, if you look at the patients, most of the patients will not have all the symptoms of diabetes. They will come with excessive blood sugar levels, and they will think that diabetes is not reversible. But this is where you have role to play, and you can confidently tell all your patients that diabetes is a completely reversible condition. The only conditions where diabetes is not reversible is when it is diagnosed as type 1, or when it is there since birth, or when it is coming from the stress. We cannot do anything if it is stress induced diabetes. And fourth condition of where we cannot cure is if a person is thin the whole time when he had diabetes, and eventually landed up into diabetic ketoacidosis. Apart from these four conditions, which is only 5% of today's diabetic population, the rest 95% is curable, because it is only an obese person, obesity, or it is purva rupa of prameha, or it is kafaja prameha. So this is the concept. I don't know how many of you has understood, because this is what I found out after an extensive 2 or 3 year study on diabetes. So I will the same thing I will repeat in slowly and in detail. Okay, so if you take diabetes in general, the stages of diabetes are pre-diabetic, diabetic, chronic diabetic, diabetic with ketosis, diabetic with ketoacidosis. So if you take these 5 conditions, other than diabetic with ketosis and diabetic with ketoacidosis, rest all can be grouped by this way. It is like Staulium can be understood as pre-diabetic, diabetic, insulin resistance. Newly detected now comes under Staulium only. Let's not get into Premeham still. That is why it is very easily curable. If you look at the treatment protocol of Staulium, uh, they would have told that the Staulium has to be treated by Gurucha Apatarpanam Chikitsa. So this Gurucha Apatarpanam, if you look at Chakradatta's commentary, he has told that the food which is very hard to digest and the food which is having lekhana property should be used. So if you look at the food products which are having these similar qualities is honey, amalaki is there, yava is there, and old rice is there, Purana Shali is there. And they have Chakradatta has given a few names of the Shali. Like he has said, I have written somewhere, I'll tell you later. Yeah, I have written Yavagu. Yeah, it is, you can refer the chapter Ashtavanidithyam, where he has written two rice names, where we have to use such rice varieties for curing obesity. how I am treating diabetic is by giving rice. I got that concept from this Staulya Adhyayam only. So he is telling you have to eat old rice because our old rice is traditional rice, which is Raktashali, and it is also called as traditional rice or heritage rice in India. And it has the potency to completely cure diabetes because it does Guru Chapatarpanam. It fills up the fiber is Guru, but it does Apatarpanam inside after going inside. So you can use that. Honey also is Guru Chapatarpanam. Honey, if you see, it is Madhura Rasa, but it is Apatarpana because it has Lekhana property. If you see, Madhu is used for weight loss these days. So you can definitely use Madhu. So whatever medicines you are giving for today's diabetic, you can crush the medicine into powder, add it with Madhu, and then give it to this Thaulya person who is also a diabetic, and I'll tell you, it gives wonders. And along with that, you also give Purana Shali and also traditional rice, not today's rice available in the market, but in organic shops traditional rice is available, that you give to the patient and ask him to eat lot of vegetables are also Guru Chapatarpanam, and fruits are also Guru Chapatarpanam. Fruits is Madhura Rasa, so Brahmana, but at the same time it contains 90% fiber, because so it becomes Apatarpana automatically. So this is completely curable condition, diabetic condition, but our shastras are saying it is only Staulyam. If you come to the next stage, it is chronic diabetes maintaining through walking. So if a person is diabetic for more than 4 years or 5 years, he is a chronic diabetic, he is somehow maintaining it by drinking that bitter gourd juice or doing walking, whatever he knows he is doing. Even that is in a curable condition because it is not still Prameha, it is only Purva Rupa of Prameha. He will slowly, he is about to get diabetic complications like burning sensation of the feet, blurred vision. Blurred vision is also complication of diabetes, retinopathy. So neuropathy, retinopathy, just before this condition he is still in Purva Rupa. So even this condition is completely curable. When I say curable, by doing by maintaining, by following the treatment protocol of this Thaulya. And the third is condition where chronic diabetes with complications but without severe weight loss. So here also it is curable because it is Kafaja Prameha. So our Acharyas has clearly mentioned that Kafaja Prameham is curable, Pittaja Prameham is maintainable, and Vataja Prameham is incurable. So a chronic diabetes with just new complications is Kafaja Prameham, which is also curable, and Pittaja Prameham is maintainable. So this reason why Pittaja is maintainable but Kafaja is curable, because you have to now consider the dosha and dusha of Prameha. So the doshas are Vata Pitta Kapha, especially Kapha, and the dushas are Kleda, Ambu, Lasika, Medas, Mamsa, Ojas, and such things are there. So all these dusha qualities and kapha qualities are same. So if a medicine is given, it completely cures everything, dushas and doshas. So it is easily treatable. If you look at the pitta prameha, the since pitta is getting involved, see, if you look at the treatment protocol of prameha, all lekhanam and apatarpanam treatment is given. There are chances that pitta will increase if such treatment protocols are being followed. That is why pittaja prameha is only maintainable. So this is what it is. And finally, we are entering into vataja prameham, which is ketoacidosis or ketosis. It is not treatable because all the tissues in the bodies are being brought into the vasti and eliminated through urine. So if you see, the patient would be drastically losing weight in this condition. And if you look at the urine sample will have lot of glucose and also ketone bodies in it. So in this condition, no matter how much you try, you cannot treat diabetes. Don't give him hope, just give the medicines just to prolong his life. You can give so if you see, if you when you have to start medicines is when it comes to kafaja prameham only, you have to start medicines. When it is in chronic diabetes, when it is in pre-diabetic or diabetic condition, I am treating my patients without any medicines, really. only by changing diet and making him lose weight through this concept, I am completely reversing diabetes. I give medicine only in Kaphaja Prameha, Pittaja Prameha, and Vataja Prameha. Vataja Prameha, I clearly tell them that it is not completely curable and treat. Rest all, I give them assurance that it is completely treatable, and then I give the medicine, the diet chart. Maybe. So 80% of diabetics will get completely cured just by making them eat eat like Guru Chapatarpanam. Okay, so if you look at honey, since honey is sweet, most of the patients would be scared to eat honey. But if you look at the honey, it is very different from normal sugar. The difference between honey and sugar is honey is having 50% fructose and 50% glucose, and honey is having a very low glycemic index. The raw honey's glycemic index is only 55, whereas the sugar's glycemic index is above 60. So it is very risky for diabetics, and honey is not at all a problem, not at all a problem for diabetic. And one more thing, there are many research articles saying that honey is actually helping a diabetic to completely reverse diabetes. The researchers found that in the group of people with diabetes, honey caused an initial increase in blood sugar 30 minutes after the consumption. However, the participants' blood sugar levels later decreased and remained at lower levels after 2 hours. That is the power of honey in diabetes. Many doctors also are not prescribing proper honey. From now on, you can all definitely prescribe honey. So whenever you are prescribing honey, make sure that it is raw honey, not processed honey, because processed honey will lose a lot of its power or its minerals and antioxidant properties or whatever. And one more research says that according to 2018 review published in Oxidative Medicine and Cellular Longevity, switching from refined sugar to honey may help keep blood glucose levels down. So so this is the take of honey according to modern medicine. Let's see what our acharyas has talked about honey. Honey is a special medicine because it is having Yogavahi property. So the Yogavahi property means if you mix honey in any dravya, okay, the honey will have its own properties. At the same time, it will get mixed up with the properties of the dravya with which you have mixed. So if you take any Brahmana dravya, take any Vaji Karana like Ashwagandha, you're taking Ashwagandha for that matter. You are mixing with honey and taking. So along with the Brahmana property, this honey's property also will go. So if the same honey is mixed in Lekana dravya, it has honey in general has Brahmana property. Since it is getting mixed with Lekana, it again becomes Guru Chapatarpanam. So it is used in initial diabetes. That is how it is being completely it has been completely reversed. Okay. So also honey is having anti-inflammatory properties. So with the anti-inflammatory properties, it has been recorded that any anti-inflammatory food or medicine given to a diabetic patient is having difference in his blood glucose levels. So this is the usage of honey. I told about rice, old rice. I told about barley, and I told about vegetables which are rich in fiber, and also fruits which are rich in fiber. Okay, so we have covered pre-diabetic, diabetic, and chronic diabetes with Sthula Pramehi concept and Purva Rupa of Prameha concept, and Kaphaja Prameha as chronic diabetes with complications, and Vataja Prameha with diabetic ketoacidosis and ketosis. If you come at the treatment protocol, I mean, other than medicines, if you come to treatment protocol, our acharyas has said that there are only two types of treatments. One is Brahmanam and the other one is Karshanam. So it is said that Balavan has to be given Karshanam and Pramehi has to be given Brahmanam. So if you look at Balavan Pramehi, they are talking only about the Kafaja Prameham, where Vamanam Virechanam can be given. Vasti should not be given even in Kafaja Pramehi because already Medas has increased and trying to come towards the Vasti area. So at that point of time, if you give Basti Chikitsa, it will again take all the kleda into the body. It will take from the Vasti, it will go into the body. It will be disturbed. So in even if it is Kafaja Prameha, Vasti cannot be given, but definitely Vasti can be given in pre-diabetic and diabetic condition, because it is only Sthaulya Chikitsa which we are doing, and in Sthaulya Chikitsa, Vasti is indicated with Triflak Vata or Ruksha Vasti, whatever whatever Vasti it is, you can definitely choose. So this is for Balavan Kafaja Prameha, you can do Vamana Virechna, and you can stop the treatment. After the Panchakarma treatment, you have to again do Brahmana. By giving Brahmana food and medicines, you have to do the treatment. And if you look at Krisha Prameha, Pittaja Prameha, Vataja Prameha will come under Krisha Prameha. Even Purva Rupam will come under Krisha Prameha only. By the time Purva Rupam came, it was already Krisha Prameha according to Pramehi. So what you can do in this condition is, somebody wants me to repeat why not Vasti, right? So what is happening in Prameha Samprapti, if you see, all the doshas along with doshas are drawn towards the Vasti. So if the Kafaja Prameham is not treated, it goes into Pittaja Prameham and then into Vataja Prameham. So when the Kafaja Prameha is the patient comes, and if the patient is Balavan, it is about to come to the Vasti area. All the toxins or doshas are about to come drain into the Vasti area. And since you are giving, see, if you look at how Vasti works, our Acharyas has said that the benefit of Vasti you will be able to see the benefit of Vasti even at the tip of the nails and also tip of the hair. So what it means is, if you give Vasti, the Vasti material is pulled into the body. Okay, so if lot of kleda is coming into the Vasti, and if any kleda would have come into the Vasti area, and if you give Vasti treatment at that time, there are chances that this kleda can be carried to Shakha. From the Koshta, it can be carried to the Shakha region. So it is actually a disadvantage to give Vasti in a Pramehi. That is why Vasti is not indicated in a Kafaja Pramehi. In Purva Rupa of Pramehi also, it should not be given, because again, all these symptoms started like diabetic. The Kafam would have aggravated. That is why Purva Rupas has started to come in a pure with a diabetic without any. Yeah, Ruksha Vasti also should not be given, because Vasti itself, Ruksha Vasti can be given in obese patient. So if an obese patient, imagine that a patient is coming to you with high blood sugar levels. So you first of all tell him that keep all your sugar levels aside and tell me what symptoms you have. Most of the diabetics today they're not having any symptoms. Just the laboratory report shows that there is high sugar levels. In that condition, you can do Rukshavasti. Definitely, it will help him lose weight, and also it will not enter into Premeha concept itself. That time you can use Rukshavasti. Once he's having any complications told in our Kafaja Premeha or Pururupa Premeha or Pittaja Premeha or Vataja Premeha, you should not touch Vasti. I hope I have answered the question. Okay. So I was talking about Krisha Pramehi and what all treatments can be given in Krisha Pramehi. So this Nisha Katakadi Kashayam, Kataka Kadiradi Kashayam, any yoga which is having Amalaki, Haritaki, Khadira, etc. All yogas are there in the book. I need not again tell. Can be given in Pittaja Prameha and Kafaja Prameha. If you come to Vataja Prameha, our Acharyas has said that the same medicines should be given in with Sneha. Like what you can do is, you can take Kataka Kadiradi Kashayam, and with that Kashayam you can prepare a Gritam. And Kataka Kadiradi Gritam you can give to the Vataja Pramehi condition, like ketoacidosis condition. Already lot of fat is being lost, so you have to give fat to the patient now. That is how he gets energy through ketosis concept. So I know I was very fast because if I am slow, the flow won't be there. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. I can still clear. This is the whole concept of my understanding about diabetes. I know 10 minutes are there, but I'm done with my concept. Let us concentrate more on doubts and answering questions. I will tell more few other points.
Okay, okay. Now, if anyone have any questions related to the topic, so they can ask.
Sir, namaste. Sir, namaste.
Yeah.
Sir, I have two questions. One is, you said about all the red rice, like in
Rakshashali. Yes.
Raktashale, sorry. So, is it unpolished rice which commonly is used in South India? Unpolished one?
No, it is not only unpolished, but it is also red. Where are you from, South India?
I'm Karnataka, sir.
So in Karnataka, there is a rice variety called Rajabhoga. Okay. You can Google about Rajabhoga rice. That is a traditional rice. It is red rice variety. Even brown rice and white rice will not suit. Only red rice only will suit for treating diabetes.
One more question, sir. Nowadays, we are, we usually don't get the pure honey. So, which honey from the, now, whichever companies they are producing, which company would you refer, sir, especially for honey?
If you take any company which is producing across India, you should not believe that company. Right from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, he is able to deliver honey. It is not possible to deliver raw, pure honey like that. Anybody, from your known source, you can get your honey. Like forest honey, or that honey should not go to a factory. It should be just filtered and it should be used. That is how I am using through one of my sources. So somebody has asked, if already patients are given allopathic medicine, how can we give Ayurvedic medicine? So what I am already doing is, I will not ask them to stop allopathic medication when they come to me. I will just give them the diet, follow this diet, Guru Chapatarpanam diet, and I will ask them to record through the glucometer the fasting and postprandial blood sugars. Definitely the blood sugar levels will slowly come down. So what I generally do is I ask them to check their blood sugar levels with the allopathic medication. If they are coming down, I'll ask them to take the guidance of their allopathic doctor to bring the blood sugar level down. And as the blood sugar is reducing, then their allopathic medications also will get reduced, and finally they can stop all their medication. So the next question.
Is hereditary diabetes reversible or not?
Hereditary diabetes is not reversible, but we don't know which is hereditary and which is not hereditary. Just because our father is having, that doesn't mean that it is hereditary. The father also must have suffered from this staulia, and son also must have suffered from this staulia. So we don't know whether it is hereditary or not. In my small experience, I have understood that a lean diabetic, right from the childhood he is lean, and suddenly he gets diabetes, and suddenly diabetes, and he is not responding to any treatment. That can be hereditary and it cannot be treated. In Ayurveda, last sloka Chikitsa Sthana, it is clearly said that bija and hereditary cannot be treated. We have to reject such patients.
Okay. Jyoti ma'am, you want to ask question? You can ask now.
Sir, hello.
Yeah. Yes, please tell me.
Can you please elaborate the diet chart for the patients? Because here generally one concept is there, up to 11 o'clock the patient has to eat lots of fruits and salads, and then after that he should eat frequent meals after 2 hours or 3 hours. Is this concept correct?
No, that is not correct. First of all, they have to start practicing Dvi Anna Kalam, that is eating 2 times in a day. So that is 11 o'clock and 7 o'clock. You have to make your patients follow, but before that, you have to start following. This is not only for a diabetic, this is a general rule in Ayurveda, and everyone has to follow by eating 2 times in a day. The concept of breakfast itself is, it's a foolish concept. So definitely you should not eat breakfast, and you should not let your patients eat breakfast. Give them lots of fruits in the morning, which is not counted as a breakfast, because fruits is 90% water. And you can ask them to eat good amount of lunch and dinner with these traditional rice varieties, either that or if you can get traditional wheat like Kapil wheat or Emmer wheat in North India. These two wheat is also incidentally they are having low glycemic index, but they are not available anywhere. I have searched a lot, very few places it is available. In case if you doctors have these two wheat varieties in your surroundings, you can definitely get it and give it to your patients.
Sir, I just wanted to ask, as you told that there are very less chances of treating someone with stress-induced diabetes.
Yes.
So what if we use dravyas like ashwagandha or something that also
No, it
works
won't
upon
work.
stress?
It won't work because I have tried a lot. I have given Shirodhara. I gave a lot of things like ashwagandha or many patent medicines which has Jatamamsi, etc., etc., Brahmi, etc. But it didn't work because what happens is lot of adrenaline gush is there because of their stress, and eventually they convert into glucose, right? So we cannot help. They have to calm their mind down by changing their by doing meditation or pranayama, or start following any guru, calm down in their life. Only then diabetes, stress induced diabetes, can be reversed. No medicines will bring down the blood sugar levels which is induced by the stress. I have seen that practically.
Sir, and I also wanted to ask that as I have very Tikshna Agni, so
Okay.
it's for me, it's like every 3 or 4 hours, I need something to eat, or else it starts
Okay.
burning.
Now, are you a diabetic?
No, sir.
Then you can eat. Since Tikshna Agni is there, Ayurveda has allowed you to eat how much ever you want, whatever you want, but make sure that it is not junk.